Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome back to POV here on the channel, as we are here for another Wednesday reaction here in the Schmoedown universe. And we got a good one today. We got a fun one. It's an exciting one. It is Corruption. It is Dungeon. It is Shannon. It is Kaiser. It is Dewberry versus VIDEODREW. What a match we have in store. But before we get to that, Molly, Brian, we are back. We are here for some reactions. How's your guys' weeks going so far? You guys good?
I'm fantastic. I got my first vaccine shot on Monday. I'm halfway to having superpowers. So
Did Alex end up getting shot in the arm today?
he did. Yeah, he got his first one today too. So we'll both be fully vaccinated by like mid-April.
Nice. Right before your birthday.
Yes.
Vacations.
I'm gonna go to a restaurant and I'm gonna have someone else cook for me, and it's gonna be amazing.
She's going to order the entire menu, but like, I'm saving all this for the rest of the week.
We'd have one of each, thanks.
Brian, what about you? You're back at work, man, after last week off, huh?
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. No, it's fine. Just another day in teaching paradise. Yeah, we'll go with that.
That's one way to put it.
That rough?
Well, the last 2 days were not today, but full-on staff teaching days, which is basically a meeting for 8 hours straight. So
that's the school spirit.
Yeah, it's imagine sitting in a meeting for 16 hours in 2 days. That's what I was doing today. Finally got to see the kids, and it's funny because they're so used to not having to wake up anymore. So like, when you call roll, it's like, here. And you're like, what? Here. And I'm just like, wake up. God.
Well, that's fun.
Funny.
That's fun. I am not envious at all of that situation. All right, before we get to this real quick.
Which is ironic because you have a degree in the same thing that I do.
Well, yes, but if I was teaching right now, obviously it would be very different, but I would 100% do whatever I can to make sure I'm in the actual subject of what I got the degree in, which is physical education.
I mean, I don't know if you'd want to be in it right now.
Well, right now would be 1,000. That's what I said. Everything would be so different, but at the same time, I feel like the kids might be a little bit more active during a PE class than not.
If you know me and the fact that I'm teaching coding, you would just laugh. I'm good with the computer, not with coaching.
I would be so like in trouble if I had to be in school during this whole pandemic stuff. Yeah. I just wouldn't go.
You want to know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? Today
you can't make me walk from my bed to the dining room table, Mom.
Nope.
I'll tell you. What's funny is today I got like. This is the first day the kids have been back. First day in a week. I got the most like scathing email from a mom today that said,
Brian, you're a bad teacher.
No. It had nothing to do with me, thank God. But it was, I'm so tired of my son's lazy, you know what? He hasn't put any effort in. He's staying back. He's staying in 8th grade next year. I was like,
could you imagine being held back on a pandemic year? What a loser.
But it's literally the mom was like yelling at me in the email, but not at me. And so like, I was just like,
she's aggressively venting to you.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. I'm just like, okay.
What a kid.
I mean, what's funny is on the side, like within minutes, I got an email from the kid going, "Is there any makeup work I can do?"
Oh my god!
And I'm like,
"You're like the past 6 months."
Yeah.
All right. Before we get going, a few things I do want to say off top, real quick. To and I know he's in the chat, and I know he's watching. Mr. Logan Burton, our newest member of the VIDEODREW patron. He joined just a few days ago. So shout out to Logan, and he actually put it out there that he just recently found the Schmoedown, so everybody welcome him to the crazy community. And he found it through us and a few others. And so we're glad to have you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. And to everybody else, obviously, Billy, Selvin, RD Films, Chris, Stardrew, John Booz, everybody in the chat, Rachel, Narnia. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And everybody else watching who may not be commenting. John, I see you in there as well. Also, I know that the episode today starts with a cutscene of Andrew Guy and Grace. We actually saw that cutscene on last week's pay-per-view, and our reaction to it is up on the channel already. You can go there right now if you want to, or after the stream.
Not right
check
now.
out our official reaction. Well, they can simultaneously watch it.
Okay.
And watch our reaction to Grace and Guy's cutscene from last Friday. And so with that, we'll skip over it on this episode and get right into the introductions. But before we do that, let's just clarify our picks on this one. Molly, I'm going to quickly go to you. Who are you picking?
I'm going VIDEODREW. She's on the dungeon and she's on fire this season. I saw her promo and I've talked to her enough to where she doesn't scare me as much as she potentially could. We may get there one day, but
she gets a little bit more scarier and crazier every day.
Yes, she didn't ask for any of my teeth, so
that's
a
big
win.
That's big. That's a big win.
You better watch Grogu's teeth.
Oh, his little tiny teeth.
His little baby teeth.
Those are full-on collector items. Brian, what about you?
I'm in a win-win situation because I want.
Or is it a lose-lose situation?
It could also be that. I want VIDEODREW to win, but I have Dewberry on my fantasy team, so yeah. I say that's a win-win.
Wait, so who are you? Who you're officially picking though?
I want VIDEODREW.
Well, and picking is a different thing, you know? I mean, like
picking. Okay. I want VIDEODREW to win.
I'm clarifying for the audience.
Oh my god. Who do you want?
I'm picking VIDEODREW. I think that she is the more seasoned trivia player. And look, Eliot's been around since season 2. The dude is like one of the longest running active players in the league. He's great. His character is great. He's always been an enjoyable time around the Schmoes community. But I feel like Drew just knows a little bit more. And a lot of people aren't talking, but the last time she played, she pitched a perfect game. She went to multiple choice one time. And she pitched a perfect game, which, I mean, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Not that I don't think Eliot can win. Because ever since he joined Corruption, he's kind of showed like a little bit of a different side. But I feel like with the dungeon behind Drew again this year, and the players they have this year specifically, it's kind of going to put her on the level again to the character she was 2 years ago, where she was like really making an impact. And I'm excited to see it. So I'm also very excited to see the just chaotic entrance and personality that she brings to the table up against Corruption Dewberry. So
up against the mountain.
Yeah, that's right.
The Mountain Dewberry,
which is hilarious. So, all right. As I said up top, if you're now just joining us, we're skipping the cutscene because we already did a reaction to it. That was from the Throwdown last Friday. Brian's got the controls, so we're starting right now with the promo and then right into the intros. Brian, controls are yours, sir.
This is me versus Abby, so we'll see.
Oh, good luck, Abby.
Ooh.
Oh, great. By the way, I feel like I should be hosting this week. It's only singles week. So
oh my god.
It's what?
It's singles matches week, and Brian's the only single one out of the 4 of us.
Oh, I get it.
I didn't see you there, she said convincingly. It's your best friend VIDEODREW. Welcome to another season of the Schmoedown starring me. Roll tape.
I love her.
Oh my god.
Well, it's great to be back in the red
Well,
with
the red room.
Duchess of the Dungeon, VIDEODREW.
I want to go in that dungeon one day.
So good to see
I
you
don't.
again. You know, I really had high hopes.
I don't want to
for
go
this
near
next
it.
season. I thought we'd be going back and forth all year long, but you let me down. The dungeon sucked.
Kaiser has something that we haven't seen all season. That's a smile on his face because he hears "and your winner."
Last season, I had so much fun playing a perfect game against Jen Kemp. Well, I went to multiple choice once, but still, great game. Then I came in second place in that rom-com exhibition match. Keep that in mind for a minute.
Ooh, we did a reaction to that, guys.
I met my
Sure did on
best friend,
Patreon.
Snake, Josh McCoober.
You called me McCoober.
Josh McCoober.
No one ever called you McCoober. Josh, would you like to play VIDEODREW in a one-on-one match?
I mean, I've never said no to anybody, but she does scare me. It does. It's scary.
Well, you have it. VIDEODREW versus McCoogan. Once we're back.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, VIDEODREW. Up until very recently, everyone kind of thought Josh McCouga, my former teammate, would be a part of the movie Trivia Schmoedown forever. But we all saw how that turned out, didn't we? VIDEODREW.
Josh McCouga is no longer in the movie Trivia Schmoedown. His former best friend, Eliot Dewberry, is responsible for that.
Everybody lost their minds when Shannon broke up the Dingleberries.
The Dingleberry.
VIDEODREW knocks McCouga's cousin into the
Gosh, I wish I had been at that live draft.
It was amazing.
Who am I to tell him now?
Now I'm being told that I have a chance to play Josh in the newest match of the new season of War. But I would like to play a game I like to call Love. VIDEODREW style.
Oh, God. Wait, so does she think she's playing McCouga?
For one thing,
I think so.
Looks like the scrawlings in the personal diary of a serial killer. Seriously, what's going on there?
You might want to remind your little weirdo that.
Oh, Classy Minx in the chat is like on a POV marathon right now.
Wow, thank you.
There you go.
I didn't even know Dewberry was still in the league.
You're brave for
The only reason he got
withstanding that
drafted
4 hours.
Because nobody in corruption knows how to use a calculator.
And then
4
moving on
hours.
to this. Oh, is it? Was it 5 hours? Oh, that's right. Wow. Whew.
I think this match will be the one thing that pushes him over the edge from fear all the way to true love.
The Schmoedown, it's not about dressing up. It's about winning.
Brian's
As a
favorite team.
member of corruption,
I love them.
we know, and I know a thing or two about that.
So will you, Josh
The
McCoober,
voice he's
take
doing.
this red guy and make me the happiest VIDEODREW around?
One word for all you bookworms out there.
Well, Cherry.
Cherry. I love it.
Wow.
Is it weird that I kind of like that doll? It's like a crazy Elmo.
That's a little weird. That's a little weird.
It looks like a Barbie Muppet.
That
Yeah.
was pretty entertaining. I mean,
It's like a crazy
when you get
Elmo.
You do you, man.
VIDEODREW
You
is up
do
to
you.
the fact. Kaiser and VIDEODREW have a very interesting relationship. I remember when they first met, and I think they played against each other. He didn't know
All
what
right.
the hell to make. The movie Trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, representing
Stop.
the dungeon.
Wait a second.
What is this music?
Does she have her own music?
If she does,
Is that VIDEODREW's own music?
if she does, I need to find the music that I picked.
True. That is one word I've been
Whoa.
told.
Oh my gosh, I love that
VIDEODREW.
you can see past the
VIDEODREW.
green screen.
How are you? Nice to see you. What is the latest, and are you going to blend into your couch?
McCoober,
Oh.
from the first time we met, I knew you had something special. I would like to grow old watching you from outside your window. Will you please take VIDEODREW as your lawfully wedded wife? I love you.
Drew, you're sorry to tell you this. You're actually playing the other Wildberry, Eliot Dewberry, not Josh McCouga.
What? No. You promised that it would be me and Josh McCoober, lawfully wedded man and VIDEODREW.
Well, I didn't promise that part. I said maybe there's a match, and I said
Yeah.
that could happen. Yeah, but the problem
thing.
was that last season, Eliot Dewberry defeated McCouga and retired him from the league.
Oh, well, what's he look like?
He's
Have you
got
ever
less
seen
hair.
Hitman Agent 47?
For the sake of this argument, yes, say yes.
Okay. Well, if you've seen that movie, we hopefully don't have any questions about that movie. But VIDEODREW, we do have a lot of questions about movies. You're very good at answering them. What was your off season like, strategy-wise, study-wise, prep-wise for today's big event?
Well, mostly just getting something borrowed, something blue. This is actually a huge disappointment. Can't tell if you can see that in my face, but yes, very
Aw.
disappointed to hear this because I've been studying nothing except wedding movies since we last played. So
Oh my
it's
gosh.
gonna be interesting. Hope he's cute.
All right. Well,
Hope
thank
he's
you.
cute.
We're gonna leave you here for just a moment as we
Wow.
bring in your
Wow,
competitor.
wow. That's amazing.
And
So apparently, Brian, the doll is from a YouTube series called
Presenting.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
With a record.
That sounds
course.
right.
Of course it is.
And then Chris said the head of the doll is from the YouTube series Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, which I only recommend looking up if you're good with being disturbed.
Then no.
I started the QAnon documentary last night, and I was pretty disturbed by that. So
Wait till I am into episode 2 and it gets even weirder.
Your opponent thought you were getting married today, but yet it wouldn't be you.
I mean, he's in a suit.
Josh McCouga.
he is.
Oh,
Look at it! Look at his teeny tiny pool table back there. It's adorable.
Rachel, she's on the list.
That is entirely my doing.
Mm.
Josh McCouga, one of the earliest members of the Schmoedown, dating back.
Someone is walking around in the background.
We have the complex of a garage, a separate garage.
He's got so much stuff in
Now
that
garage
background.
door is finally
Yeah.
closed,
Happening.
and the Schmoedown can move into a new generation of sophistication. And that's all thanks to me.
Mark, I am actually still in the garage, but it's
Yeah, you say sophistication, but I think a lot of folks would counter that with saying what we used to love Eliot Dewberry, and now that he's with corruption, he seems to have settled on a sort of Amish Walter White vibe that is Breaking Bad. Is that a fair
Amish
statement?
Walter White.
Some have said that I have been corrupted. I would say that I have been baptized in blood.
Oh,
Born again as a member of
That sounds like corruption.
champions of corruption. Shannon showed me the way of the win, and there's no going
The
back.
way of the wind.
You're doing Bats and Blood, really, Christian, on this show? Did you authorize that?
as Mike
I
Phillips
don't authorize
says,
anything anymore. All right, so
She is now interested in him.
Video Drewberry.
Going to get the rules of round number 1, Mark. How they go?
That's a great
There are rules in
hashtag,
round
actually.
number 1. It's pretty much the same as last
all
season.
right,
We
everybody.
have
Thank
8
you so much for joining us on this
from 8
Wednesday. Hope
different
everyone's
corners
doing
of
good out
the
there.
Trivia Schmoedown
If
that
you've
know
never joined us
how in
before, the way
round
our
number 1, each of
trivia
us
works,
will
or our
point,
watch
no
along,
penalty
excuse
for
me.
missing a question. There was no
We
stealing
just
in
play every
round
question.
number
We
1.
play every
You have up to
question
10
that is
seconds to
asked
write
during
down your answer,
the
then
game.
keep it there. We'll ask you
First round is whiteboard for whiteboard. Second round and third round are complete shout outs. And we try our best to see what happens, especially in singles when no, maybe that's just not our strength. So good luck to everybody. And also, if we get ties or anything like that, we shoot it to you guys in the comments, but that rarely does happen because most of the time it just goes to whoever goes up against me. And so, yeah, there we go.
Way to own it, honestly.
Yeah, I
Way to
mean,
own
hey,
it.
it happens. It happens. Everyone doesn't want me to win, so they all go for everybody else. That's all good.
I'm going to do hashtag video crew. Get it?
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah. All right, let me turn it up now that you're done.
Video, are you ready?
Oh.
She's not.
Oh, hey, whatever girl wants to hear on her wedding day. Sure, let's do it.
Well, let's get ready to Schmoedown. Round number 1. Question number 1. In the realm of famous actors and actresses, which 1984 comedy marked the first collaboration between actor Tom Hanks and director Ron Howard?
I think it's
Christian, every time you think you have Video Drew figured out, you get another curveball, and it's what we love.
Don't come after me in the comment because I don't know. I don't think I know this one. I don't know if he directed this or not.
4, 3,
This is a
2.
I'm taking
yes.
Pens down,
Big?
hands up, please.
That's what
Pens
I
down,
said.
hands up, and we start with
I think that's
Elliot.
wrong, though. I don't think that was that early.
Flash.
Oh,
Video Drew.
Splash. Okay.
Flash.
I
Yes.
never would have
All
thought of that.
So we go
Never would have
1-1
thought of
as
that.
we get to our next question, Mark.
Never even
I
heard
don't.
of
I don't
it.
know
Category of
directors very
action
well, so I was
slash
just.
I didn't know
Shot in
Ron.
the dark.
I had no
Your
idea
1
Ron
point
Howard
query.
directed
Which
No clue.
actress directed Kristen Stewart, Naomi Scott, and
Mhm.
Ella Balinska in 2019's Charlie's
Oh.
Angels?
I should know that.
It's a very interesting match. It's very entertaining already.
For those of you who have not seen this movie,
You ever watch that
this movie is
Charlie's Angels
actually
TV
really,
show? Were
really
you
fun.
of that era?
Actually, quite fun.
5, 4, 3. Sorry to disappoint.
I would love to see a sequel.
This is
1. Pens down,
Look at
hands
this.
up, please. Pens down, hands
Yes.
up, and Videodrew.
She's in it, but I was like,
Yeah,
It
she
is
plays
not,
Bosley.
and
I
video,
forgot
excuse
she
me, Elliot.
directed it.
I got
until
nothing. I
just
know
now.
I can see her face. I know she had a great
Look at
guest
us.
run on 30 Rock, but I can't think of her name.
Are you thinking of Elizabeth Banks?
That's the one.
Ah,
That's
fan.
not
Thank
Wally.
you.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So there it is. We both missed that
Took a
one.
wild
We get
guess.
to question 3. Horror/thriller.
Woohoo!
Which horror franchise has entries with the subtitles H2O and Resurrection?
You on the horror movies yet, Christian?
Brian actually knows this one
It just depends. If
Your
they're good.
daughter?
because I
When
think
I was
I've only
younger,
seen.
7 or 8. We used to sneak
Both
down and
H2O.
watch movies out there with friends.
4,
I don't even think I've seen the
3,
first one.
2. The internet's a horror. 1.
Halloween.
All right. pens down,
Halloween.
please. And we start with Elliot.
Halloween.
Yes, sir.
Oh, he
Videodrew.
drew one
Your
too.
little pumpkin. It's Halloween.
Oh, there you go.
Yes, it is. All right.
Yeah.
Next question.
All right,
Extra
Warren,
points
orange
for the
tie.
pumpkins.
Your next question. In the world of, we go from horror to family films.
Oh,
And
same
here it
thing.
is. Some folks, yes.
Same
Ben
thing.
Schwartz provides the voice of the title character in what 2020 family film, which was based on a video game?
It's a great question so far. I got to tell you, this whole season already, the writers have been going above and beyond. They really have. And
I mean,
Again,
your work as
if you have
well.
not seen this one actually is surprisingly
5,
enjoyable.
4,
Did I tell you I watched it the other
3,
day?
Oh no, you didn't tell me.
2,
that.
I don't
Yes,
know the
one.
full title.
Pens
Sonic
down,
the
Sonic?
please. Videodrew.
The Hedgehog?
So the first person I've ever interviewed, Sonic the Hedgehog.
I'm actually
I haven't seen
quite-
this
Sonic
actually.
It's actually quite enjoyable,
Okay.
and I'm actually
3-3.
looking forward to the sequel.
3-3. So
I agree.
far. A good match. And here's the next question. In the realm of black cinema,
Classy, because Brian doesn't
after
watch
the
movies,
man
let alone
kills
horror
his
movies.
brother and poisons the neighborhood with tainted liquor, a kung fu fighter wages a war that takes him all the way
yeah.
to Nixon's White House. In what 2000?
The hell is this?
I mean, I would say that liquor is also talented if it could do all
I
this.
am also
Both.
extremely
Yeah,
intrigued.
a lot of ability
it's,
inside
it's,
that bottle.
it's you should be intrigued.
A bottle of liquor.
5,
You should be very intrigued.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Black
Hands
Dynamite.
down,
Black Dynamite?
hands up,
Yep.
please.
I think I spelled
And
dynamite
Elliot
wrong.
Dewberry.
I didn't know it. I'm gonna get you, sucker. Was the one that was stuck in my head. Block.
That is not
that's
correct.
the
Videodrew.
only like
I don't think I got this one
recent
either.
black
I said Undercover Brother.
exploitation film that I know
Now
of.
looking for Black Dynamite.
Oh my god,
Wow.
Undercover Brother is a
Black Dynamite.
treasure.
All right.
I love
Here
that
is the
movie.
next
That
question,
movie,
Mark.
the big gulps.
Very
oh my
cool
God.
movie. Highly
my
recommend
God.
It's good.
Your
Brian,
next
you would love
category
Black
is in the world
Dynamite.
of
It's
Yeah,
comedy.
hilarious.
It's so good.
Video Drew. The check is in the mail. Your question for 1 point. Which SNL, that stands for Saturday Night Live actor,
Oh,
starred
there
in
you
the
go, Brian.
comedies The Animal and The Hot Chick?
Oh my god, am I drawing a blank?
Okay.
I
Christmas.
sure am.
Sonic the Hedgehog has tails. Mario has Yoshi. Which mascot is more
Blink, blink,
useless?
blink,
The answer.
blink, blink,
Five.
blink, blink.
I don't. No, I got it. I don't know how I forgot for a second.
Hands down, please.
No, I
Rider.
forgot.
Hands up, hands down,
I
hands
didn't
up.
get it.
And we start with no, excuse me. We start with Video Drew.
He likes to eat eggs. Rob Schneider. I was talking about Yoshi, but
Rob Schneider is right. And Elliot Dewberry.
Got it in the last second, so you judge whether that's legible or not.
Oh, that's
We'll
fair.
give it to you. Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider. Okay, we got
I love that he
4-4.
just like scribbled a
4-4.
marker.
All right, next one. Next one. Here we go.
I put Rob
1990s.
and then it blanked.
Which 1992 film stars Al Pacino, Chris O'Donnell, Philip Seymour Hoffman, and Bradley Whitford?
Oh my god, what's the name of the movie?
Okay, Christian. What was
Oh
Rob
my
Schneider
god,
doing
what is
in
the name of the
92?
movie?
Something with Adam Sandler, I'm sure.
Nope. Come on. Answer it funny.
Oh my god.
Something with Adam
Bacon.
Sandler. 5,
Bacon copy.
3,
I can't.
Two.
Nope.
I have
Can't
no
think of it.
1.
I got nothing.
Hands down, hands
Taxi
up,
Driver?
please.
Heat.
No,
And
no, it's
Dewberry.
Hoorah! The answer is Scent of a Woman.
Scent of
Yes,
Woman. There you go.
Video Drew.
Yep.
hoo-ha. Son of a woman.
Hoo-ha.
That's correct. Hoo-ha.
Right?
All right, so
Can I
get
can we
to
get,
the
can we
next
please get some
question,
Star
the
Wars
final
questions?
question in round number 1.
When was the last time we got a
Round
Star Wars
of
question in either
dramas.
singles or
Mark.
IG?
That's right. Drama
Last
is your
year.
closing
Well, I think
category.
so.
And here's the query for a point. What 1997 blockbuster features supporting roles from Billy Zane, Kathy Bates, and Bill Paxton? Christian, I got to tell you, I know you love Pacino. I'm sure he's fine in Scent of a Woman. In no world should he have won the Oscar over Denzel Washington for Malcolm X.
Was that? Did he win? No, I think it was. Did he win 5, 4?
I think I know this. I think
1. Pens down, please.
Twister?
And Video Drew.
Titanic.
Listen to your friend Billy Zane.
Damn it!
Titanic.
Oh, I'm thinking of someone completely different.
Only Kathy
What
Bates.
a
is in
round
that
it
movie.
was. 6-6. Dewberry, Video Drew, all tied up after round number
What year
1.
did
Now
that
we
come
get
out?
into round
90
number
99.
2, the wheel round. Mark, tell us how
97.
it goes.
Oh,
97?
97.
Is it really the theme of your
97,
prom?
Oh my
Titanic?
gosh.
Is that Celine
right,
Dion?
long time ago.
And it was Homecoming.
Well, no, it feels like it was
Yes.
should have been longer ago.
Yeah.
Very odd theme for a dance. Sure.
It was.
I had
It
that on
was. It was
VHS,
very odd.
and
I
it
thought so
had
at the
it
time.
had to be on 2
As we get
VHSs
Delaware.
because it was
I
so
know
long.
that you guys
So,
are pumped up.
I made the
Get
mistake,
pumped
and
up
the movie's
even
great.
more.
The movie's
If
so
you've been watching
good.
anything I've been doing,
But when it was
you've heard me
re-released
raving
in
about stereo, it's a brand
like
new app.
2012 or something. I don't know what year it
using
was.
every day.
But it was
interacting with
re-released
you guys,
in
and I know a ton of you
3D.
guys are
I
gonna
made
be
the mistake of
doing
going to
stereos.
watch it,
Hell,
and
some
I
of you might be
forgot
doing-
how long it was. I was
It's-
sitting there just like
Your
okay.
round 2 rules
What
are
does
as
Bill
follows.
Paxton
It's
play?
wheel
I can't
round, and hopefully
remember.
that
He
wheel
plays
isn't
Billy
hitting
Zane's
a
buddy,
large
and he's one of
ice
the
shaped
hot
object,
shot
and each competitor is
rich
going to spin
boys.
that wheel virtually. You can do it with your mind.
I think.
Settle on a
I
category.
really want to
wrong.
watch that
Four
movie now.
questions
Yeah.
in
I
that
don't.
world. Each question is
And
worth
it
2
always
points.
mortified
There's no penalty
me.
for missing a question. However,
Yeah, I
stealing
did.
Yeah, I
available
see Bill
one.
Paxton. I'm
If
like,
you're not sure the
Twister,
answer,
done.
ask us multiple choice. We'll give you 4 options, one of which is the correct answer.
Never seen
Or
Twister.
Point
or
divided
Weird
question
Science.
Oh,
goes
Brian
down
Twister's
to
great.
one. So Christian,
Twister's
I
great.
know it's
Twister.
weird, but Eliot
Twister's
I've been on
great.
the
That's a
ride.
watch-along. That's a watch-along movie. That's a great one.
Fresh off that
That's-
Cougar
I mean,
retirement W. So Elliot Dewberry is
That's
going to
one
have
that
the
we
call
need to
first.
watch
Elliot,
Whoa.
would you like to
immediately.
spin first or defer to your
I've been on the
Wow.
ride.
dance?
Now
I've been
that's
on the
more-
ride though.
That's more impressive.
Oh, there we go.
Having not
That's
seen
what it is. There you go.
Titanic?
Old Rose.
Video
Old
Drew
Rose.
starting now.
You know,
Oh,
all,
right.
we
He's
aren't
That's right.
okay.
That's right.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you,
in the
guys.
present time,
Shannon
and
Barney,
Thank you.
and we're especially not intending.
Now I
to
remember.
Stanley
Yeah.
I was trying to think of him as like,
Just get
yeah,
out of the
back
way, all right?
in the day.
I
and
thought he
I
was.
like,
I thought he was one of Billy
Alex,
Zane's
protect
buddies,
your
but I
friends
guess
and
yeah, that's right.
yourself
He was the
without
one in the
being
present day.
Drew, how you feeling
absolutely, we have to watch Twister.
Yeah, that's a good one, and I haven't seen it in a long time.
Oh, good. I was obsessed with that and like
very.
all the other
Okay,
like
something.
natural disaster
Shannon
movies
Barney
that
was
came out
alive
around
during
that
the Salem
time.
witch trials. Things would not have gone well. For him.
R.I.P. Bill
Didn't go well
Paxton.
for any of us.
No, I'm seriously. So, all right, well, let's give
Yeah.
this thing a spin. I think this is.
Have you
your
guys
day,
ever done the
folks. This is your
Twister?
day. I woke up this morning.
I don't want to call it a
said,
ride, but like the
"Congratulations on your marriage
experience
to
at
MacGruber,"
Universal.
And
Yeah.
I said, go out there and celebrate and get a match.
I think so.
You know,
I
big
did it.
win
I
for
did
the
it in
country.
Florida.
Yes.
You did it, but you haven't seen the film?
So it works.
Yep.
10,
How dare?
9. All right.
8, 7.
The cow goes moo and it flies
Oh, I
across.
have seen. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Bill
here's the spin.
Paxton is rolling in his grave right now
Now,
for you
obviously-
doing that.
It's funny. They actually have a
Drew
cow that starts
doesn't
flying
like what
around.
you get. You
They
can spin
do.
again. Let's see, it lands on
And the
opponent's
fire is
spinner.
very hot in your face.
It is.
Here we go. 90s movies.
Oh,
90s movies.
this is
60
interesting.
seconds to decide.
That's a
starting now.
big category.
I like the 90s a lot. It is a good decade. I was alive during it. However, I do know it's
There's a lot of interesting stuff on that
strength
wheel,
of,
though.
this other guy.
Wrestling
what's-
movies.
Modern
There's a lot of stuff on
classics.
there.
What does that
Video
even
games.
I
mean?
am confident
Did you
in
hear
your
what
ability in this
Video Drew said?
category,
No.
Regardless.
That the 90s is one of
being
Dewberry's
Elliot is
strengths.
Something Elliot likes.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
I personally, I would stick with
I'm
it. You know,
trying to
I mean,
read and
that's what
something.
I would
Oh,
say.
DreamWorks animation. Ooh, that's
know
actually a good
DreamWorks.
one if you know
look
it,
at it.
because that one's
Okay, hold on.
not very
There's a
broad.
few on there I really dislike, Drew. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem to like really anything else
You know
in that
what?
wheel.
Let's stick with it. I
Is
trust
one of those say
my
Oprah?
partner, I trust
Yeah,
myself.
Oprah.
And I love MacGruber.
Oh,
Competitors ready to
Oprah.
go.
there's an Oprah category. Nice.
We get
All
to
right, this is the
number
That
first
one
time
is
we've seen
like
two 90s
super
movies.
narrow. Okay, good
Yeah,
to know.
there's. I mean, there's a number of them. There's not a
Four
lot.
questions in the realm.
This is the
of
first time we've
90s.
seen
Are you
someone
ready?
stick with what Kaiser said. So
Doing
let's see.
ASMR now.
All right. Here's the first one.
I'm a fan of the respin, so
Who directed both The Addams Family and Addams Family Values?
Oh, great question. Multiple choice.
Is it A, Chris Columbus? B,
Chris
Sonnenfeld,
Columbus.
C,
I'm gonna say
Barry
Robert.
Sonnenfeld.
Jerry Zucker.
Actually, I'm gonna go Jerry Zucker.
Barry Sonnenfeld.
B.
B. Barry Sonnenfeld is correct for 1 point. Just a reminder to the competitors, please either
Oh,
say
wow.
B and what the answer is, or B for banana or something, just so we don't get.
B is for banana. Yes,
Thank
sorry.
you. All right, here we go.
B is for bones, Drew.
In the 1994 comedy, The Flintstones, John Goodman.
Harold
Ramis. Barney Rubble.
It's Harold Ramis, right? Isn't it?
No, I thought it was a
Barney.
No, that's in the sequel, I think.
I know this, but I don't. I want to double check. Multiple choice.
I think it's Harold Ramis.
Stephen Baldwin.
Rick Moranis.
No, Rick Moranis.
Damn it, not Harold Ramis, Rick Moranis.
That's close, though.
Man.
I believe it's Rick Moranis.
It is Rick Moranis. Yeah, I got the names mixed up. Damn
Was it Stephen Baldwin one?
Stephen Baldwin was him in the sequel.
This comedic actor has roles in both Wayne's World and Wayne's World 2 as a well-informed security guard in the first film.
I've never
and a
seen
friend
either
of
of
Wayne
these.
and Garth
Oh,
in the
Brian.
second film.
I can't.
For 2 points.
Chris Farley.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
Here's your final question. Question number 4.
I see you, John. I'm watching
You
you.
will find comets. You will find comets nicknamed Wolf.
Armageddon.
No, what's the name of the movie? It's oh my god.
Like
Deep Impact.
COMETS.
Never seen it.
Deep Impact.
Armageddon.
Oh, she went for it
Incorrect.
instead of.
Dewberry for the steal. You will find comets nicknamed Biederman and Wolf in which 90s sci-fi film?
Multiple choice.
Can't do that.
Oh, I can't.
She didn't use it.
Deep Impact.
For 2 point steal, that is
correct.
There you go.
2 points.
Wow.
A big 2 point steal by Dewberry. Huge, and finds himself now only down.
Come on,
by
Drew.
2.
You got to get this one.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, that was our last one. Okay. Wow.
Doing all right.
Well, she only walks away with 4 points.
Wow.
And Dewberry gets a 2 point steal, which is big.
60
That's big.
seconds, so Shannon. You're going to use it.
You're gonna. Oh, I can just
taking
go.
care of
You
yourself?
yeah. I gotta
ahead.
make sure I can see this beautiful specimen that's in front of me right now. Dewberry, you're friggin' amazing. First of all, she took a category that A is your specialty and B has already been spun a few times, so it's gonna be a little deeper cut. So she had to check down to multiple choice quite a bit. All you need is a good spin here. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. You're still up on her right now. It's 8-10. You just got to get a couple of these questions right. Take it to the third round. There's no pressure here. You know exactly what you're doing. What do you got for me? Anything you got to say right now?
I feel good.
I feel good too, baby.
It's going well.
The spin is in. There we go.
Straight
So obviously,
and
if
to
he
the
doesn't
point.
like-
I love this
Get that
wheel,
again, unless it-
actually.
It is very, very different.
Are you talking about the colors?
Pretty sure I came up with the nickname. The
No,
Mountain Christian. Can you
well,
corroborate?
yes, I love black and red, but
Oh! Hey.
well, he
Spinner's
can't go
choice
90s, which
or-
Yeah.
is apparently one of his
do?
strengths. But
I'll go with Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh.
Thomas
who is that
Anderson,
though?
I don't even know who that is.
category
He's a
one.
director.
Questions in the round.
What has he
4
directed?
questions for Ellie. Each
I
one
mean, I guess
2
I'll
points
find
in the
out.
Category of the
Oh
director
my
whose
God.
work
Oh no!
confuses me. Paul Thomas Anderson.
Jake, start saying
Subject,
movies
2
out loud
points,
that
Ellie.
he's
First
done.
Question: Who plays adult actress Amber Waves in Boogie Nights?
Julianne Moore.
Heather Graham.
No, Julianne Moore.
That is incorrect.
Oh, come
For
on.
a 2 point steal video. Drew, I'm going to
It's
give you
Julianne
the
Moore.
question again.
Come on, do it.
Who
Get the steal.
plays
Get the
adult
steal.
actress Amber Waves in Boogie Nights?
I love Julianne Moore.
That'd be Julianne Moore for 200, Alec.
Huge steal. She got that
Big steal.
that
Right
question
back.
right back.
Damn,
Right back.
she
That was a
needed that.
big,
That was
big
Yeah.
huge.
video,
Big
Drew.
time.
Okay, here's the
Big
next
time.
one.
All right, back to Elliot here for 2 points. You will find the characters of Reynolds and Cyril Woodcock in which Paul Thomas Anderson film?
Phantom Thread.
That is
Jesus.
Elliot.
Molly,
knowing
this was to your
PTA
reaction of PTA.
flicks. Correct with 2 points. Here's your next question. Your penultimate
I didn't know
Uh,
who he
Thomas
was.
Anderson query
I like the
Freddie
Star
Quell
War.
is the main character in which Paul Thomas Anderson film?
Star Lord.
Freddie
No.
Quell. They couldn't give us like a year.
Choice.
For 1 point, your 4 options.
Oh yeah,
Is it
options.
A, Magnolia. B, The
I
Mask,
know that.
C,
Magnolia.
Inherent Vice,
I'm gonna
or
say
D,
Magnolia because that's.
Magnolia.
Excuse
The
me.
Master.
Yes, it is.
Damn it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, it is.
Isn't that a
Fine.
golf?
I didn't even make a
movie?
guess. I was
No,
like,
it is not a
And
golf
video
movie.
Drew.
I was so
The
deep in
tournament is
thought.
called the Masters, but it's not a golf movie.
The final question in this round for Dewberry.
Fourth option was actually Boogie Nights.
Isn't there a golf movie that's named kind of like The
not.
Masters?
No.
And
I'll allow it.
it's your wedding day. Here's your question for Elliot for 2 points.
Elliot is
Film
wearing a suit.
Inherent Vice. Owen Wilson plays Coy Harlingen, a musician known
Flute.
for playing
The
what
trumpet.
instrument?
I'm gonna say flute.
Multiple choice.
All
All
right,
right,
your four
I
options
take-
for a point.
I might
Yeah.
take that back.
R, B.
Oh, flute's there.
C.
Oh,
piano,
saxophone.
Or D.
Saxophone.
Sax
A,
man.
guitar.
That is incorrect.
Oh, come on.
I believe it's a saxophone. I've seen this
One
movie
point.
once.
I'm
I
going to
believe
give you
it's
the
saxophone.
question and the options.
I did not like this
And
movie
Inherent Vice.
whatsoever.
Owen Wilson plays Coy Harlingen, a musician known for playing what instrument? Is it A, guitar, B, flute, C, piano, or D, saxophone?
See, I've seen this movie, but it's Pynchon, so I don't remember.
Brian, I agree. Keytar should be on that list.
Feels like Pynchon would probably say flute.
He might say flute, but the answer saxophone.
Saxophone. All right, so we
All
have
right,
a
well, she's up
1 point
still.
lead by Video Drew.
I mean,
That's
look,
still
she only got a
right
couple
back
points in her
because
round, and the
that's
fact that she's
monumental.
and now that she's up by one is a big deal.
Well, that
That's big.
steal
That is-
saved
Going into
her.
round
That is an
number
insane
3. Mark, it is the final round. How does it go?
Score
play the
for
stacks.
Spinner's
No, we don't have
choice,
stacks
I
players.
feel like.
So your
Yeah.
rules in round number 3.
Oh,
I don't
no,
know if-
I'm in
Every
last
gives us a series
place.
of numbers.
I don't know if
These
he was
numbers
just
range
too
from 1 to
confident
20.
and was
Each
just,
number
like, throwing
corresponds to a
stuff out
different
there
corner of movie
before
trivia,
thinking, but-
Schmoedown,
I
know-how.
mean,
Your first
it
question,
seemed like he was very
Drew,
confident in
for 3
PTA,
points.
but I have a feeling that he might have been a little
5
thrown off that she
big
took 90s.
points.
Because that's
Keep in
obviously
mind,
what he
there's no
wanted.
penalty for missing
It's
a
clear
question.
that's what he
There's no
wanted.
stealing in round
So maybe that was
number
like a
3.
backup
It is a 1-point advantage
category that he
for
wasn't
Video
so confident in, but he was
Drew.
confident enough in.
And that allows you to get
I mean,
us to
PTA is like a
question
type of
number
guy where you have to
1
like know his
20.
movies in and out to
Video
know what they're
Drew.
talking about because
What's
they're
your
not
first
movies that get like wide releases
Um,
typically.
Elliot, when's
Hmm.
your birthday?
Not telling you that.
Let's go with looks like an 8. So let's go with 8.
He looks like an
10
8.
and 5.
Ellie, will you tell us if she was close?
That could be his pin number. You don't want to give that out.
She's a little close.
She's a little close.
Not scarily close though.
What do
I'm
you
not
got,
scared.
Elliot, what do you got?
15, 16, 17.
Oh, I hate when people do
16,
really in a row. Yes.
All right, Shannon, you got 60 seconds starting now.
God, she makes my brain hurt. It's so obnoxious. Do you
Don't
want
say
to tell
that.
her, or should I tell her that you're gonna leave her? At the
Mm.
I'm just gonna ghost her.
Oh,
I love your style so much. God,
It's easier that way.
it is. It's easier for everyone. I love your style so much. My God, you are so impressive. What do we have here? 12 to 11. I'm not worried about you. You pick good numbers. I'm not going to call them sexy numbers because Roxy Stryer and all of them. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
Teenage numbers as well. You don't want to call them.
they are not Video Drew's wedding date numbers. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
So you got all your repeats. Don't rush your answers. Listen to the questions completely. Blah 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 blah
Blah, 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 blah.
Dewberry.
You know how
Trust
this game
you,
works.
Trust yourself.
I feel like we've heard a lot of that from
I'm trying
managers
to get
this
60
year.
seconds to talk.
What, the blah, blah, blah? I mean, to be honest,
Those are
I love
scary.
Kaiser and I love his energy and like the
Oh, excuse me.
support and
That's okay.
like just the encouragement. But honestly, as a player, you're just like in the
Yeah.
zone and you're like, okay, I got to keep going.
Would you
Unless you're someone like Snyder who needs to be talked off the ledge, basically.
would
What I
you
find is we are in
rather
the
play a
driver's seat.
match where the
This
managers
is
don't
your
come
game
into
to
play at
win.
all?
We've been working hard. All
No, I
season
think
long.
they-
We've been training you up
They
and
definitely
down.
serve a
This
good
is your game. I want
purpose
you to go out
to
there and show 'em
pick
what
you
you're
up
made
a
of,
little bit.
right?
Bones and skin.
And listen, if it doesn't work out with the marriage, the guy's broke anyways. He wasn't
Yeah,
gonna be a
I
good
think they
provider.
do add to the experience and
Okay.
just like telling you to like shake
All
it
right,
off.
here we go. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
Remember,
start with Eliot Dewberry,
because
who
a lot
needs
of
to use
times
2 in order to bounce it
they'll
back
be
to
like,
Video
okay,
Drew. Dewberry,
here are the
your first category
numbers.
is
Here's
15,
what
and that
they
is in
have
the
to
realm
do in
of,
order to
once again,
win, and
90s.
that
Oh,
can help
all right.
because
he got
Which actor
90s.
is in the following 90s films? Goodfellas,
I know his
Jurassic
face. I don't
Park,
know it.
Samuel Jackson?
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Oh.
Yes, sir. for
I was
2
thinking of
points.
someone else.
All right. So
Yeah, I thought
now
Jurassic Park and
Video
Die Hard. I was
Drew
like, wait a
bounces
second.
Back to
Damn,
Video
damn.
Drew, and Video Drew chose category 8. Mark.
She did. He is in Goodfellas. That's right.
I don't remember him in
Your-
Goodfellas.
excuse me, Video Drew.
Interesting.
Your question You selected category 8, and that's going to correspond to the world of movie musicals.
Okie dokie.
You do not have to sing the answer. Your
Can
question, you may. For 2 points. What pop music superstar played the Scarecrow in the 1978 musical
Michael Jackson.
The Wiz?
Michael Jackson.
Wow.
The King of Pop.
I love The
Your darn
Wiz.
self, and that is
Never
correct
seen
for 2 points, Christian.
Never even heard of it.
Scandal. As a fellow MJ lover, you have to see it.
Yeah, that's true. That fact that I do like Michael Jackson, that's
Sci-fi.
true.
Fantasy sci-fi is the category
Oh
here.
my god, that is
All
my one of my
There you go.
dream questions to get.
In the film Blade Runner
Star Wars.
2049,
Oh.
who plays the character
Jared
of
Leto.
Wallace, CEO.
I didn't even get to read the effing question, but yes, it is Jared Leto.
That I have not seen.
Oh, that one.
Give me questions about The Wiz all day, but Blade Runner, nah.
That movie is incredible.
Dewberry now.
I will champion that movie for the rest of my life.
As we now get to Video Drew, who chose category
I stole a
number
Blade
10.
Runner question.
That corresponds to. She just
I
had
didn't
the
get to read the question.
1990s and fared fairly well. So let's
He
see.
sings
how this
Ease on
reported
Down
in
the
world of
Road in The Wiz, and it's
1980s
so good.
movies.
Oh, okay.
1980s. All right.
Can I see the answer?
Cannot spot you that. I can give you the question. Okay. So the question in the world of 80s movies for 3 points and the lead. Which actor plays the character Professor Plum in the 1985 board game adaptation comedy classic?
Oh my god.
Christopher Plummer?
Can I sing the answer? It's Christopher Lloyd.
Look, Christopher Lloyd.
I
Yes!
gave you the answer, but you can sing it, and
I
you
was
might
like,
be correct. Christian, it goes
frick,
back to Eliot.
Not Plumber?
Back to the Future.
What a battle this
Not
has been
Plumber?
so far. As we
Ugh.
ask ourselves,
I'm
1760.
so upset with
Dewberry
myself
is
over
up.
that.
He hit
I
the
can't
bounces
pronounce
back
my
to
name.
Video Drew, and he
I have
goes to
seen
35.
Clue, and I
However,
like
if
that
he
movie a
misses,
lot.
This will
It's
be
so
2
good.
points.
I'm
for the
surprised they
Drew,
haven't done a remake
another
of
win
that so
for
far. I know
my
they've had
favorite
like versions of it,
Dewberry.
like
He
different
chose category
versions, different
17,
titles.
and
but-
that is
I
in
had
the
Lloyd in
realm
my
of
head, and I was
horror
like, I
film.
don't know the
Horror
rest of
film.
it.
Ah,
All right, here is
What do you get?
5
Horror.
pointer.
Oh.
Here you go. Claude Rains, Ralph Bellamy, and Bela Lugosi have supporting roles.
The Blob.
in which
I'm gonna take a wild shot and
1941
say
Universal horror film.
The Wolfman?
Oh my god.
That's
Look at
around
Video
my-
Drew. Video Drew's-
Dracula.
She knows it, staring him down.
5, 4,
Dracula's the only
Three.
my only guess.
Frankenstein.
But that's not a supporting role.
And your winner,
Nice.
ladies and gentlemen,
The music.
Video
Nice.
Drew. The answer was the Wolfman.
Hey!
The Wolfman was the answer there.
Absolute guess, but that's
Up
okay.
5-pointer
That's
and Video Drew.
Yay,
Again,
Video
it's-
Drew.
Video, I mean,
All
look,
right,
man,
so-
Killing it.
she's doing well. She is doing well. Dating back to last year, she's doing
This
well.
was a back and forth.
I mean,
battle
she
from
got
the second
some-
it started, man. It was like back
Some
and forth.
interesting
First
questions
round,
that
it was
Mhm.
tied.
even I
Second
knew.
round, Dewberry's up and gets the
But
steal. Video
I
Drew
feel like a
gets
lot
the
of those
steal
questions
back.
were like right up her alley,
2,
which
3,
is
3,
fantastic.
And then Dewberry misses
And
the
she had that
5.
real
Incredible
big
match.
struggle
This was a very
in the second
entertaining
round.
It was great,
Um,
Christian. He had
Able to
an
help her obviously when she got the
iconoclast
steal, but
personality
wow, what a
going
match.
head to
That was a
head
really good
with
match. That was a
Dewberry.
really,
He
really
must
good
have
match.
felt like he was on cloud 9 or on the biggest ocean liner of all
Oh,
time.
Jill
sailing
gets
to
9 by
high seas
default.
after defeating Makuga and sending
Beating-
him out to pasture. But he
Boo.
ran in.
That
to the
puts me in last.
Video Drew, her heart will
That
go
puts
on.
me in
Ellie
last.
Dewberry doesn't know
Well,
until he drowned
remember,
the bottom.
Brian,
You
a
get
week-
70.
A couple
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
ago, you said add a 7 on all my
Video Drew, on
scores.
the other
So
hand,
I said
was
0.
great, flying high, ready for more in season 8.
That's 2 in a row.
I'm ecstatic
Drew,
with my
Drew
8
went to
points.
dungeon. And
Could have
I'm
been more
actually-
if I could have pulled Christopher Lloyd, but
Corruption's been here before. Tough start of the season.
pretty
but
good about
there's a lot
I'm
of
kind
the
of
season
surprised.
left.
7
But
is a
this
pretty
was
good for
this
me
was a
for
tough one.
singles.
This was a tough match. I
Mhm.
think some people thought Video Drew was just
I'm
gonna
I'm happy to get more than
steamroll
5
past
on
Ellie
a
Dewberry.
singles
That
match.
didn't happen at all.
Oh.
So we are going to find out exactly. I mean, this is going to be an interesting.
That was a fun
interview,
match.
to say the least. But we're gonna
That's what I hope from
Jen
those two.
who is with Video Drew.
That was good,
and
yeah.
Very very happy, guys.
Not too intense, lots of jokes.
Man, we just
Oh.
keep doing it and doing it.
This
and
is
doing
gonna be
it well,
good.
I gotta say.
Absolutely. Oh, what's going on?
Veal chips, ceremonial veal chips. Anybody? I got those for the
Love
I'm
Beetlejuice?
good, aside from living in my own version of Beetlejuice right now.
I'll celebrate
Congratulations,
with
Video
some
Drew, on
watermelon
a
Sour
well-fought
Patch.
victory. Guys,
There
how
you
are you
go.
feeling after this win? And were you at all surprised with the outcome?
Well, first I'd like to say Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. So that's 3. That should seem right now. Happy, yes. Surprised. Would have liked it to be a little bit far another way, winning for my end, not his end. But other than that, yeah, very, 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 extremely, very happy to be here, Jen. Thank you.
Video Drew, I feel like we've seen this evolution of your gameplay. Where do you attribute this to?
She gonna spit it out.
My mom.
My mom.
Maybe this guy. I don't know.
Kaiser, would you like to add something?
Oh yeah. Well, Kaiser's my mom.
That's true.
We're learning all sorts of things today. Oh,
I had a very
Kaiser's
maternal
everyone's
role in my
mom,
life.
dad, weird uncle.
Fateful day.
Definitely
Our
weird
manager
uncle.
traded her to me.
Weird but
listen,
cool uncle.
Video Dewberry is a
He's the
legend.
uncle you always like to see.
He's the uncle that lets you watch the rated R
You never wanna
movies.
see
Ah,
and
there you
doesn't
go.
care.
Barney
There
on
you
the
go.
other side of the table. Mainly
He's
because they're
like, you
bad
need to see
people, but
Deer
they're-
Hunter.
They're great competitors. I knew he was going to be tough.
That movie, I saw that
reel.
movie when I was
There's
10.
a lot of stuff on there that
Yeah.
could swing his way.
I was
We
like,
got
wow.
90s. I know
Wow,
it was
wow.
a little bit of
I had a hard
risk
time getting through that
going
movie.
Something that is a
Never even
like
heard
you
of it.
said, she grew up in the 90s. She was a kid of the 90s. I felt like we could do well enough. There were slices on there I did not want her to get. So I thought it was.
Kaiser told her to stay,
Huge,
and it
huge steal
won.
with Paul Thomas
Yeah.
Anderson. Totally.
Oh yeah,
swung
her
this game,
steal was
Jen.
the
That decided the match.
Point with the
That
90s.
absolutely
Like, with
decided
those
the
little
match.
categories,
That was-
sometimes
it was a
it's
good
hard
steal.
to judge whether or not they're going to be in a player's weird wheelhouse because they're just so broad. And it's like, how did you navigate that category for yourself, Video Drew?
I thought about what I know in movies, and then what the answer might be. Armageddon. I mean, look.
Exactly the answer I want to hear. I thought about what I know.
There's 2 of them.
And I said it out loud.
I maybe in hindsight would have thought that bit more and just gone to check the multiple, and just in case I would have gotten it wrong. But hey, you win some and then you win some again.
Drew, you actually have 2
Oh my
wins in a row
gosh.
now, and you're
Classy
kind of
Mink
inching
said
closer
Kaiser
and
is Mama
closer
Dungeon,
to,
Smets is Papa
possible
Dungeon.
title
I
contention.
would
Yeah.
agree 100% to
I
that.
know, right? We all have the same thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
If you can get 2 more wins, that's going to be 4 in a row and a possible, champion. Possibly, I don't know.
Does Tom come back then? Is that what happens? Is that
Oh.
does Tom come back when Drew
Hmm.
wins? Because I will do anything to get Tom back. Right.
Oh.
Because he needs me a lot.
Hey, Drew, tell him
She
we got one
needs-
of these waiting for him if he wants to come back.
Oh, we do. We
Yeah,
have
we
some
got one of
shirts,
these
apparently.
waiting for him. You can
Oh,
get
yeah.
those at the Skybound shop too,
Please go to.
Oh, hey,
Skybound.
buy Dungeon merch.
Yeah,
She
guys,
just said go to Spybound.
I know I'm going to be
Skybound. Go to Skybound and buy whatever your favorite team's merch is. It helps support everyone working on the Schmoedown.
Yeah, and
know
if
had
the
my
dungeon
number
ends
last
up winning the
week.
faction championship, you get to help
pretend
Molly get a little prize at the end of the year too.
Either are we.
Well, no, you never
Yeah,
will,
she can
and
buy
you'll
more
never be on the
Grogu's.
hook for anything, but, look, she's gonna bounce back.
I will buy a literal dungeon.
We ain't seen the last of her. We wish we did, but we haven't. Yeah, it feels good to get a win against corruption. I mean, they're the champions of the league until they're not. I think the dungeon's going to go out there and show them what we're made of and get a faction title this year. And that train runs through corruption.
Woof.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, Video Drew. I see you found, your something blue. I'm sorry your wedding didn't work out today, but I'm glad you got the W.
Thank you. In the words of one of the questions today, I'm going to go home and sleep with my wife.
Oh,
Yay! That's from Clue.
I approve that reference because that was Mr. Green at the end of Clue, Christian. He was working with the FBI the whole time, and I don't know that Video Drew or Kaiser are in any top secret government agencies, but boy, did
Look
they
at
play
Rachel.
like they had all
Rachel,
the
you're the
answers
best.
here
You're the
today.
best, Rachel.
Lost for the mountain.
So
Big
fast.
win for Video Drew and the dungeon.
It was all about that Julian Moore pull.
And to be honest, guys, the merch is actually very comfortable.
If you get
It
that,
is.
if
Very
he gets
comfortable.
that,
I will
it's a
say
different
that.
game right
I have
now.
2
But
shirts and
he didn't. And Video Drew Jen
If you
said
get like
it
if you
best.
get the tri-blend
right?
ones,
Two
I
big
think
wins.
that's what
She
they're
gets
called.
another
They're
big
really
win.
soft, but the
She gets
hoodies
another
are
big
great.
win over another
Yeah, I'm gonna
contender
buy
coming
one of
up,
those
whether it's
crop
maybe-
top ones.
I don't talk about corruption. Let's look at Marisol McKee.
The cropped hoodies are good, but I have
Marisol
a regular
McKee
dungeon
and Video
hoodie,
Drew
and
go to
it's
head-to-head.
great too.
She might set herself up.
Oh my
She won
god, that would
match
be
for number one contender.
scary.
And if that's
I missed
the
it.
case, Video Drew could
Video
very
Drew
well
versus
be in
Marisol.
championship. By
Wow.
who knows?
He didn't
There's a lot
announce
that
it.
is
He said they're
possible.
both.
There's a lot that could
They
happen in the
have
Schmoedown,
records enough
and
to
there's
tell
a
you.
lot that
I
we're
mean,
gonna be
I'd
hearing
say
about in
they're
just a moment.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
close.
I mean, Marisol, she looked like a dominant player, but in her singles runs, she's had a little flicker of
Oh,
struggles.
Dewberry,
You know?
tough loss today. Was it the pre-wedding jitters? Was it dealing with Video Drew's kookiness? Like, what knocked you off your game today?
Hi, Chuck.
I mean, pure chance. I told Shannon this morning that I realistically put this match at a solid 50-50. And I mean, the Boogie Nights question was literally a 50-50 coin flip for me over which character it was referring to. And then the questions
making
about
dinner.
Black Dynamite and Elizabeth Banks, those were just brain farts. So if any of those had gone the other way, this would have been a very different game. And it's very unfortunate.
Darn those brain farts.
It's always a rough day when you pick a category that you feel
Yeah, I
very
almost
strong in, and
forgot
then the
my
questions
favorite
just don't go
movie
your way.
lead actor.
Yes, that's. I mean, a lot of them did go my way. It's just that one very much did not go my way. It blew up right in my face.
Mike's just like
Shannon,
prancing
I see
around in the
movie day in
background,
your
like,
house.
don't mind me.
There's lots of commotion going on. I know that, like I said, you're no stranger to playing from behind, so I'm sure that you'll have some words of wisdom for him after today's loss.
Well, the first thing I want to cover is the fact that Kaiser is Video Drew's mom, and apparently he's still breastfeeding her, which is super duper awkward.
Things I didn't need to know. Let's
maybe put it in a box. Okay? Look, Eliot played a great game. Are we kidding ourselves here? Look at your stupid polls. Not one of you had any faith in the
Stupid
mountain.
polls.
It's preposterous, to be quite honest, and it's disrespectful. But that's where we live. We live in disrespectful because all you guys do is underappreciate, undervalue, and disrespect us, and we're okay with that. It's totally
They
fine.
need to get some
He went
curtains.
neck and neck with Horn.
Yeah.
Those blinds.
He got that amazing 2-point steal. Yeah, he jumped the gun a little bit on that first question. Maybe if he would have taken his time, whatever. It is what it is. And he got a rough 5-pointer. And let's be honest, could he have used his repeats? Sure. For optics, that would be great. But that was
Why
something
didn't
that
we
just-
use the repeat?
Because it wasn't in his wheelhouse. He wasn't going to get there. That was not you could see it. It was very clear that was
The
not.
Wolfman was never gonna It was never gonna come to.
It's never going to happen. So why waste your time? Do you know what I mean? If
Interesting.
you're going to get there and you're
I mean,
close,
that's fair.
of course, use
That's
it. But Dewberry's
I
a
like
smart
to see
player. He
people
knows
admit
when to use
like
it,
that was
when
never
to
going to
throw
come
it
to
away.
me.
It wasn't going to
Yeah,
serve him. It
yeah.
was
And
gonna
just
draw out
like
the end
flat
of the
out
match.
like I
Dewberry's
did not
not
have
gonna
that.
waste his time with that.
That
why he goes
makes
there.
the loss,
Not
I
gonna waste
think,
his time.
That's right.
more dignified if you are just like, yeah, I
know
just
it
didn't
well.
know that.
Oh, so where
I
do we go
don't.
next? Where do we go next, guys? Who are you looking to play? How do we rebound from this?
We keep going. We keep going. This is a very, again, do I have to say this again?
Poor
Do I have to-
Jen.
Is this going
Poor
to be like
Jen.
me repeating everything I said last year? It's a long season. It's a long game. It's a freaking marathon, not a sprint.
How hard do you think it is for Mike to
over and over 'cause
hold
you guys ask
back
the same stupid
when
questions?
she's recording this stuff?
Really?
Probably a lot.
And
To
by the way,
not
it is
mess with
efficient.
her?
He has been
Yeah.
avoiding me like the
Or
freaking
say
Probably
like
very
say
hard.
It's not working.
something.
You and I need to talk, and I'm not kidding. But it's not about you right now. It's about Dewberry. And Dewberry can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, obviously, I would like a chance to win this season. That would be step one.
Me too, Dewberry.
Yeah,
Same.
Today was just some bad luck. That was the difference. There was the skill was very evenly matched. The vibes not evenly matched. But I don't think she'll
Pretty-
find a match for her vibes.
The vibes.
Yeah.
not so much.
I
And,
couldn't
I
agree.
don't
Yeah,
think
it really
anyone
just came
vibes
down
on the
to
same
some,
wavelengths as Video
rotten
Drew.
luck and maybe
Except for
not
Tom.
having enough coffee this morning. So I feel just as good about my next match as I do about the one I just played, which honestly I think everyone agrees could have gone either way.
And you should
Absolutely.
feel good about it, Dewberry, because you actually played really freaking well, and I'm incredibly proud of you. So don't hang your head about it.
Tough loss.
Dang
today,
you,
but
Abby,
I'm
stealing
sure
points
with
from
Shannon
me.
as your manager, you will bounce right back, guys. Back to the desk.
Well, Christian seems
All
like
right, everybody in the comments, real quick, let us know if there's a post cutscene. I don't believe there is. Brian,
I hope there isn't.
Just scan through it.
I closed the heck out of it.
Leo, thank you. No cutscene.
Thank you, Leo.
Well, there it is. Dungeon gets some points. That's 3 points to the tally that is already in the lead. Look, man, it's these past 2 seasons are a tale of 2 years, and we had talked about it in the offseason that we expected Kaiser to really kind of solidify his crew and select the ones that he had last year that he really liked, but then build around them. And I know, Molly, you're a part of it, but like, wow, they're kicking butt, man. The Dungeon is taking it serious this year, and they're really, really taking advantage of these matches they have, especially a match like this, right? Where, Dewberry said it's very evenly matched. It is, 2 players who are almost identical in the knowledge of movies, different aspects, obviously, but those are the matches that you have to grind to the finish, right? VIDEODREW looked like she might have lost that in the second round. Like she struggled, but then it came back around to her, and they ended up sweeping up those points, and that's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, the Dungeon, everyone's been helping everyone else. It's like even like the Star Wars people have been trying to help the people in singles study just by like picking a category and like giving them random trivia for it. We've been hitting the study sessions hard, and it feels great. It feels like a very tightly knit family. And I mean, I don't want to speak for VIDEODREW, but I feel like that has something to do with some of the wins, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it feels good to feel like a part of something bigger and like be a part of something that everyone like wants to help each other with.
Well, in sports, momentum is a big deal. Momentum is a really, really big deal. And it seems like it's taking effect in this too. Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, no, she didn't let up from the second the match started. That steal probably won the game. Yeah, I mean, right there. That steal, I would say, was almost kind of like the stab in the gut. Like it took him out, kind of took the wind out of his sails just a little bit. But at the same time, he could have won. Like it was never at any point out of anyone's reach. It was literally just punch for punch the whole entire time, like back and forth. And those are the best type of matches. These two were extremely well matched, like on the same playing field. Hence why it went back and forth. Yeah, and I mean, this is VIDEODREW's second win in a row.
Yep.
So I mean,
was she in the singles tournament last year?
Yes. Remember she knocked out Jen Kem.
Yeah. Well,
that's right. And who did she end up losing to? Do we know?
She lost
Riley?
to Perry. Was it Perry?
I don't know if it was Perry, but she obviously ended up losing in that tournament at some point because she didn't win. But yeah, it's interesting. And look, it was 6-6 after the first round. It was 10-11 after the second round.
Yeah, she played Riley.
Oh, Riley. That's who it was. Yeah, that's right.
And now if she does in fact place Marisol, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a very, very interesting match.
That would be a wild one because she's on her A game. Marisol's always on her A game. I would not be surprised if that one does an overtime. Like, I would not be surprised in the slightest. Yeah, and if I'm correct, she barely lost to Riley. Like,
probably.
I almost want to say like it was like a 5-point win at the end type situation. So, I mean, VIDEODREW knows what she's doing. I mean, she does her little quiz games on with Nerd Chronic, and that in that concept is still studying. It's fun, but it's still studying a movie.
Yeah.
So
her match against Riley, he won 12-11.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
and I just a little clarification too. She actually lost in the tournament, and then her and Jen Kim's match was actually a pay-per-view match. It was a pay-per-view match later in the year. Now I do remember that happening. It was a pay-per-view match for like a huge pay-per-view like main event that was like a total just like we need this break of a match to get to this match type of situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 wins in a row. That's a big deal. It's a big deal, and she seems to be very comfortable. And so yeah, it's gonna be very fun. And then for Dewberry, I don't think it's gonna affect him at all. It's like Shannon said, it's a long season. We say this with everybody. Like, yes, it sucks to start with a loss, but we're gonna get more of these characters and these players throughout the year. And I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to see him play. I'm interested to see who he matches up against next. So
yeah, I wish I would have known his record off the top of my head, out of curiosity. Maybe even a Jen Kemp type situation.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know much about Dewberry's previous matches or records.
I mean, he has been around for a very long time, so I'm sure that record is a little bit weighted in some aspects. But yeah.
Well, there it is, guys. Our reaction today for Dewberry versus VideoDrew. # Video Dewberry.
There we go. 2 and 4.
Oh, 2 and 4. Okay. Okay. That's not bad. I mean, that's not a bad.
There's a lot of people around that.
Yeah.
Because singles is just so cutthroat, isn't?
It's better than my record.
Yeah. Well, yours is like the literal definition of cutthroat.
There are a lot of options for Eliot Dewberry, but we'll get to that when that happens. I'm sure we'll see him very soon. For now, that's going to wrap up today's reaction, everybody. We will be back here tomorrow evening as well for a rookie matchup of Christina Fasalo and Rick the Rager Radis. Seeing the debut for both of them, which is going to be very, very exciting. Jill will be back with us as well. It'll be the 4 of us back here for reaction. And so check us out right here, 6 o'clock Pacific, right here on this channel. To everybody watching, hanging out, who joins us every day, thank you guys so much. We appreciate it. If you guys are interested in more content from us, hit up that Patreon link. We have a watch along coming up. Our patrons know what it is. We are watching What We Do in the Shadows.
Yay! Finally,
super fun.
Only took 5 months.
That's going to be a good one. A lot of fun. Obviously, more reactions, Q&A, stuff like that on that Patreon. But for now, thank you guys so much for joining us. For Brian, Molly, and myself, we will catch you guys tomorrow. See you guys later.